Who's the hardest player you guarded in the league? Like who?
Jamal Crawford.
Jamal Crawford by far?
By far. J.J. Redick is a close second behind him.
Yeah.
And the reason why J.J. is so tough because of how much he moved when he was flying around. He was in L.A. But that him and Jamal Crawford on the same team, I was coming off the bench.
Yeah.
So my assignment was to guard them. Jamal actually, he made me touch earth, but that's big bro, so I'm cool with saying that. But he's so tough to guard, dog. You don't know what he's about to do. The ball is dribbled up. It's like the cross behind the back. Move and things like you just never knew what he was about to do, and then at the end of everything, whatever move he did, 90% of the time he was making the shot because he was very efficient during his time on the floor, and Doc just let him rock out, and that's a dangerous player to guard. That your coach just let you do whatever whatever you got to do to help the team win. So he was very tough for me every time I lined up against him.
And he put up 50 and basically retired.
And basically he walked off with a 50 ball. So for anybody that's like, nah, ain't no way. Absolutely, there's a way. Like people always talk about Bron. Like Bron is low key easier to guard because I'm strong, I'm big.
Yeah.
So Bron's always looking to pass. I mean, yeah, he's gonna go at you every now and again, and you just gotta hope that you choose the right angle.
Mm-hmm.
But Jamal, how slithery he is, how skinny, how he's got a quick, explosive first step.
Mm-hmm.
But then he'll stop on a dime. It's very tough. It's very difficult to guard.
You got to play Kobe. I'm guessing. How was that experience playing?
It was
Kobe?
dope. I got a split second of it. It was cool to see him actually for the first time. Meeting him, I was doing pre-draft, and Byron Scott was actually the coach for the Lakers at the time, and he was chopping it up with Kobe on the sideline, and Kobe actually was like, yeah, like I'm a big fan of what you guys do down in Virginia. He's like, you guys play that defense, huh? And I'm like, yeah, we do. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, go ahead and draft me. I think they had the 26th pick, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I ended up going before, but got to see him there. Fast forward, I play against him for the first time. I sub in, and I got Kobe. He's got the purple long sleeve in Dallas. He's wearing the purple long sleeve underneath the purple jersey, I believe. And I remember going in, and I'm like, just stay down on this pump fake. I'm a rookie. And he gets to his spot, gets to the elbow, pump fake. Of course, I go for it. He jumps into the body. He misses the shot. Cause I'm like, I'm going to foul the shit out of him. I'm not going to let him get the and one on me.
Yeah.
So our coach would have been livid. So I foul him. He go to the line. He hit his shots. And then I guarded for a couple more possessions. Made the game look so easy. Everybody that was in front of him, he didn't see him. It was almost like they weren't there. So just that split second was enough for me to be thankful, to be able to say, not only did I play in the league, I got to play against one of the greatest.
Did you go from the Mavs to the Sixers? Like, was that the first?
I went from the Mavs to the Sixers. When I first got to the Sixers, I remember TJ McConnell was like, welcome to the World Tour. And I was like, whatever this means. And a couple years back, they only won 10 games.
Yeah.
And when I get there halfway through the season, I'm like, the World Tour, what does that mean? He's like, dude, we suck. He's like, in every city, all we do is play and we go out. We have a good time and, you're going to love it. I was like, all right, cool. I'm not even one to go out like that. But from a camaraderie standpoint, that was the first time that I was on a younger team. In Dallas, it was a bunch of veterans, Chandler Parsons, Dirk Nowitzki, Charlie Villanueva, Raymond Felton, Devin Harris, Darren Williams, J.J. Barea. The only people on that team that were young were Dwight Powell and I. And so it was very structured. Everybody had families and kids. So when I get to Philly, I was able to almost be a rookie, even though I wasn't a rookie. It's because a lot of guys were my age. They were kind of doing the young, dumb, stupid stuff that young NBA players do. And you can get away with it at times. So it was fun to be able to do that with those guys. And then we actually turned into be a really good team. We actually, the following year, went to the it wasn't Eastern Conference Finals, but Eastern Semis. We played Boston. And I think we should have won that series. I think it was, I think Brad Stevens really did a really good job preparing for us and scheming to beat us. And they did. A young Jayson Tatum, a young JB. It's very evident what they're doing now. It was a long time coming. They were waiting for that moment. But we ended up being a really good team. Ilyasova, Redick, obviously the big two with Joe and Ben, Covington, Markelle Fultz. We had a really good team. We were really good. We just weren't ready for that moment, and they broke us up. And so from there, you can kind of see the writing on the wall a little bit, where they wanted to switch up the roster. And so I ended up going to Atlanta, where one of our assistants, Lloyd Pierce, was in Philly with us. I ended up going to Atlanta with him as a head coach. Got to play alongside of Trae Young. That was fun. He makes the game extremely easy for everybody else. Spent a year and a half in Atlanta. And then from there, like I said, Brooklyn in the bubble, that was dope. Being able to play with them during COVID, be able to be in the bubble was a cool experience. Just because it's, it was the bubble. It was only like 450 players that has ever been able to play in the bubble. And then I was able to go and dominate the G League and put myself in a position to play with the Pacers and, earn some rep around the league where, I can help a winning team. I realized that my story is not one of a lottery pick where you have to be really good early. I learned the patience from in college, wanting to transfer, but deciding I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to continue to work harder. And I feel like I'm at, I feel like I'm better now than I've ever been. I feel like I'm still trending up as far as my skill level, as far as my knowledge for the game, how slow the game is, how easy the game is. So I like to compare to PJ a lot because PJ went through a lot to get to where he is now. And he ran a marathon, and that's what I plan on doing.
Right. You had a lot of big games. Like, a lot of people don't understand how the G League works. I think you dropped 46 in the game or something like that?
Yeah, 46, 48.
48. Yeah, you've had like a lot of like 40 balls. So, no, like in NBA, you dropping 40 is like, I'm dropping 40 in the league.
Yeah.
But like when you drop 40 in the G League or something like that, and you're trying to work for that call up, like, how's that grind mentally? Like, I don't think a lot of people really understand that.
I guarantee you, if I play enough games, 40 plus minutes a night, over a span of enough time, I will have 40-point games in the NBA. However, I recognize that that's not my calling. That's not who I need to be for any NBA organization. But when you look at the G League, that's who I had to be for us to win some nights, because there was a lot of guys who didn't understand what it took to win. And then there's times and there's moments and there's rhythm that play a role in this game. And that's why I love it so much, because if you put the work in, you're going to get the result. But if with the timing and the rhythm and everything going on, I put myself in a position to put my teammates first. I actually pass a lot, but a lot of people don't glorify that. I'm actually a really good passer because I like to touch the paint. I like to hit the open guy. I like to make the hockey assist, hit somebody and then they hit someone else. You don't get the assist on paper, but it's the right basketball play. And so a lot of people talk about that a lot. Like, you did this in the G League, but you never do it in the league. That's not my role. And I've mastered my role. I've mastered my role in high school, in AAU. I've mastered my role in college. And now I'm mastering my role in the NBA as a professional. And so it's going to be nights where the ball gets going your way, and we're seeing it now. Andrew Wiggins is coming out of his shell, and people are like, "Oh, where's this Andrew Wiggins been?" But they forgot in Minnesota he was getting buckets.
Exactly.
They forgot in Kansas he was getting buckets. They forgot for CIA Bounce when he was playing AAU on the Nike circuit, he was getting buckets. But he's always was forced to do that. He was the guy in those systems. Whereas now you got Steph, Clay. And you're more of a third option. He's been able to embrace that and not have any pressure on trying to go do it every night. You just take what the game gives you. So does it translate? Yes. But does the opportunity look the same? Absolutely not. Nor do we want it to be, because you're playing with the best 449 players in the world. And you're the 450th player. So mathematically, it doesn't make sense for everybody in the NBA to score or play 40 minutes a night. It just doesn't work that way.
Exactly, and I always say, like, Jordan Poole was dropping 30 balls in the G League. Like, there's a lot of guys in the G League who could get 30, 40 balls in the NBA. Like, Jordan Poole, I followed him, like, all the way through the G League.
Yeah.
And he was dropping, like, 20, 25, and then NBA, he went crazy, but it's because he got the opportunity.
Absolutely.
So, but, like, people, like, I think I posted Andre Drummond in the comment section. They're like, oh, he doesn't do that in the game. He doesn't get touches to do it in the game.
Right.
So, like, I mean,
and what people have to pay attention to is it's that one possession.
Yeah.
So you see Dre pick up down here in the summer, and he's working on his Euros, he's working on his in and out tween cross, spin move, and he's got great finishes.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that every possession down the court, but when you do see it, you acknowledge it, but you get so caught up in everything else. Oh, he can't shoot the free throws, or oh, he can't shoot the three. But when he gets the opportunity and the shot clock is going down and he's in the corner, he lines up a corner three and he knocks it down.
Exactly.
And people are like, whoa, like, he does this. He's a professional basketball player.